Hi, welcome to Beautiful Warrior, officially launching Beautiful Warrior. So excited. I am Vilma Parrilla. I am so excited to have you here. I'm excited to finally launch this amazing, power-filled, grace-filled, amazing podcast that I pray is going to be life-changing, encouraging, uplifting to the many women that are going to listen to it. I am thrilled to start this journey. We walking this journey with the Lord and together with a bunch of sisters that are going to be united through this podcast, as well as those that are going to be listening. So welcome. Officially, I give you the welcome. I pray that this podcast, this season, will be very much of power and upliftment for you. And I just wanted to go ahead and get started with introducing myself. My name is Vilma Parrilla. I am 27 years old. I am a lover of Jesus. I am a wife to the love of my life, who I've been married to now this year for 6 years, Jonathan Parrilla. I am a daughter. I am a sister. I am an aunt. I am so many different things, but most importantly, I am a lover of Jesus, a daughter of the Lord. That is the greatest honor I wear. It is a great privilege, greatest title ever, just to be called his daughter. So I actually have now been walking with my anchoring hope, my sweet Jesus, since I was 17 years old. I had reconciled my life back to the Lord at that age when I was in high school. Growing up, I had foundation of God and I had understanding. My family, my mother was a really devoted follower of Christ. I was born in Nicaragua, so I met the Lord at a young age when I was in Nicaragua. But as I entered my teenage years and then moving to the United States, I wouldn't say I had a relationship with the Lord. I knew of God and I believed in Jesus. I believed there was a Jesus. I believed there was a God, but I didn't necessarily honor him. I didn't walk with him. My life was not ran by the Lord. So at 17 years old, when I was going through a dark moment in my life of depression, of sadness, the Lord reached me and I just hopped on that train and never looked back. My life was radically changed at that age. I was surrounded then by a bunch of people of God who uplifted me. And that is why this space, this platform, this podcast means so much to me, because it is the power of unity and community of women of God, or women in general, that are coming together to bring basically hope and encouragement, sisterhood to other women that are in need of it, that need to listen to stories that they can relate to, stories that are literally going to empower them and uplift them in the darkest moments of their lives. All of us need to relate somehow. All of us need to be understood. So I pray and know that this podcast is going to do that. That is the point of it. So at the age of 17, I was surrounded by a bunch of women that became my mamas, as I call them. They walked with me through life, my spiritual walk with the Lord. They imparted so much in me, prayed for me, listened to me, rebuked me, challenged me, so many different things. Older sisters in Christ, people that just were wanting the best for me. And so I always tell people, Vilma is a product of the Lord and his faithfulness, but also a product of beautiful women of God that decided to invest in her. So I am big in women's ministry, which obviously this makes sense to do. This is why this is so thrilling to me. I'm just excited. I'm excited for what the Lord is going to do, to basically share a bit about this ministry so you have a better understanding. Beautiful Warrior is a podcast that will be highlighting, first and foremost, Jesus, bringing glory to the Lord and his power and all that he does in a woman's life once you choose to trust him. But also is going to be used to highlight the stories and testimonies that the Lord has created in his daughters and how they've overcome through his grace, to bring encouragement and hope into the women of God, or women that are listening that feel like they have no hope. Women that want to relate and want to hear that there are people talking about real things in life, the authentic stuff, not the pretend stuff, not the perfect part of life, but the hard part of life, connecting to women through the hurt and the pain, and understanding and giving hope that if they overcame, then you can also overcome. You listening can also overcome. So that is what this is for, is to create sisterhood, not just for the women that are a part of your community, but also create sisterhood within women that are not a part of your community. We are all in this together. So creating sisterhood, connection to women that you would normally not connect to. That's what this space also is for. So Beautiful Warrior stems from two Bible verses that the Lord gave me. This is a passion. To give you the backstory, this is something that the Lord deposited in my life years ago, actually, when I was actually much younger. I wasn't even married yet. I don't think I've even met my husband then. I have always had, I think, because of, again, the investment that women had in my life, I feel like I've had such a heart and such a passion for women to conquer, to overcome, to go forward. And hey, I'm not saying that I'm not, supporting the brothers out here. Because again, I mean, I'm married. I love my husband. I love him being a man as a man, and I have tons of brothers that I love. But there's some beauty behind being a woman, and the encounters and the struggles and the hardship of the things that we deal with, that in some ways could be familiar, and sort of similar to the way that men struggle. But also there's many that, in many ways is not the same thing, right? Women are different. And so the Lord deposited this in my heart and many years ago. But I've gone through my own struggles of believing that I'm capable of trusting God in the sense of creativity, and believing that what I have to say would be listened to, or just believing that I have the ability to do things. There was a lot of fear and a lot of doubt behind it, a lot of fear of men and all these different things, junky feelings that definitely not from the Lord. So this season for me has been very much of growth, of a lot of development, a lot of just impact, and just like a lot of, leaving all ways and starting new ones, and really trusting God, jumping, off the cliff, as I like to say, and just really leaning to the Lord in faith, and know that I'm truly anchored in him. And so, and that he takes care of everything. So, again, I started a long time ago, but it's finally becoming what I believe the Lord intended it to be. And so I'm excited to start this journey. I've actually been so blessed in this season to have a brother of mine come along with me to support me. His name is Eric Villatoro. He's, you might know him by his podcast, which is the Wandering Son podcast. So check him out as well. Powerful testimonies and stories that highlight the Lord. I also shared on there. So, Eric just came along and really is supporting me through this journey, which I think it's awesome, because it's really the Lord connecting, again, the sense of community, connecting, and how, God desires that. God desires community for us all, and for us to support one another. So shout out to Eric. Thank you so much to you. And so, yeah, like that's where this kind of stems, and to share basically in depth more about like the ministry itself. So again, this stems from two Bible verses specifically. I'll tell you them now. So the first one is Proverbs 31:29, which states, "Many women do noble things, but you surpass them all." So the concept of that a woman of faith, a woman that stands on truth, a woman that decides to believe in something bigger than herself, has a great value, has a great like it's bigger than you. It's bigger than you. I feel like without the Lord, I'm nothing, right? So just a concept of that God, like really gives us our worth, really gives us who we are. He created us to be loved, to be cared for. He created us to give him glory and to shine his name. So that's one. And just also charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. And so that plays really specifically to the concept that as women, even me, right? Like we, on some terms, like, yeah, we care about the external beauty of who we are, but just the concept of the internal beauty is much bigger. It's much bigger. It's much important. And it has way more value than the outward beauty, right? Like, society tells us to worry about the outward beauty, right? All of us to some extent do that, but just remembering that really the inward beauty is what matters most. And and we're all beautiful. Like we're all God's creation. So just remembering that our internal beauty has more weight and has more value. This journey, I mean, on this podcast, you are going to hear stories of women of God that are going to be about different things of life. They're going to be about stories of being a young mom at a young age, women that have decided to leave everything behind to move to a different state to pursue their dreams and how that process has been, or women that have felt like they've always gone through struggle in life and how they've navigated that and feeling like, why, like feeling forgotten on some level and feeling like, things have just been so difficult for them and not for others. You're going to hear stories about new moms, a young woman becoming a new mom and trusting God through that process. And you're going to hear about redemption stories, of forgiveness, forgiving perhaps a husband and God, redeeming a broken story. You're going to hear stories around parent relationships, father-daughter relationships, and just so much more. I mean, there's going to be amazing things on here, or even new believers and processing their walk with the Lord and how that has been. So just many different aspects of life. This podcast is going to serve literally, it's going to showcase the different aspects of life, different seasons of life, because we're all women, yes, but we're all different. Our stories are all different. We don't all look the same. We don't all live the same. We don't all have, the same upbringing, same battle stories. But one thing is for sure, we are all beautiful in the eyes of the Lord, and we are all warriors. We all fight through those things. And that's where the name comes from, beautiful, because when you describe a woman and you think of a woman, you think of beauty, right? You think beautiful. When we describe a man, we don't really call them beautiful. I mean, you can, right? But it's mostly beautiful is described for a woman. And then you also have warrior, because we in so many ways fight through different aspects of life, right? Whether it's insecurity, whether it's doubt, whether it's abuse, whether it's the emotional aspect of who we are, whether it's relationships, whether it's marriage issues or birth, right? So many women struggle with birth. I personally have been one of them. So just different aspects of life that we are indeed warriors. We fight through life and still manage to go through and keep walking and moving forward. And that's where the name stems from, and that's what it means. So again, I'm just so thrilled. I am excited about this season. I'm excited about the episodes that you're going to listen to. There's going to be 7 amazing women this first season that you're going to get to listen to. Every week we're going to be releasing a new episode, so stay tuned. Just be on the lookout, know and prepare your heart for what these women have to say. Please, at any given moment, if you feel, you need encouragement or anything, and you heard one of the testimonies and you want to connect, and you just want, encouragement, prayer, reach out. I mean, this is literally building community. It's literally creating sisterhood. We're all in this together, as High School Musical likes to say. We're not supposed to be doing this alone. So I'm so thrilled. Again, please know that you have a sister in me, whoever it is, whoever's listening. Sincerely, I just want to tell you that I love you. I bless you. I hope and pray that this is of encouragement to you. And I just literally cannot wait to hear how God is moving in your lives. And this, by any means, is it just for women who believe in the Lord. This is for any woman that needs encouragement and needs to hear another woman, specifically a woman of faith, trusting and sharing stories around how they overcame, right, in their faith, but how they overcame through the help of the Lord. So I just pray that this will be of encouragement to see that there is somebody out there, for you to know and understand that there is somebody out there bigger than you and me, bigger than ourselves, that loves you dearly, that doesn't judge you, that is not ready to strike you, right, as we all think, but rather is ready to love you, to open his arms around you, ready to redeem you. If he did it with me, he can do it with you. He is going to, if he did it with these 7 women that you're going to hear this first season, then he can do it with you, right? It's just, he's ready to wreck your life in a good way, to literally change the course of your life. So just know you're not alone. We are here. You are important, you matter, you're amazing, you're beautiful, and you are a warrior. Okay, you are a warrior. So again, I bless you, and I pray, Father, that you would have your way in this season. Bless these women of God that are going to come here, encourage them. I pray that you would use the women of God that are going to be speaking, and bless the women that are going to be listening. Father, if there's a sister that's going to feels discouraged and it feels like she needs encouragement, that she would be uplifted, encouraged, reminded of your just your greatness and who you are, Father, that you paid a price on the cross for all of humanity, Father, and that all we have to do is reach out, Father, and accept this gift of grace. So I bless them, Father. Water their hearts as they listen to this podcast. Encourage them. I bless you. I encourage you. I declare that the Lord would just do great and mighty things in your heart as you listen to this podcast, and that your heart would literally be watered in love, in the love of the Lord, and the encouragement of your sisters around you. So again, just stay tuned. Again, I'm Vilma Parrilla. I sincerely love you in the Lord, and I'm just so excited to see what God has. This space is special and it is amazing. So let's do it. Okay. So again, thank you for watching, and remember, you are a beautiful warrior. Stay blessed.